Alright guys, and welcome back to an educational form of Dead by Daylight Survivor game. Now I do want to let you guys know I am not in a solo queue match, I am in a duo queue match. Now I would prefer to work on a generator upstairs, but I can see all three of my teammates are currently upstairs. So here's what I'm going to do, I'm going to go downstairs, I'm going to work on the downstairs generator, knowing that I can isolate myself from my allies working on this. Unfortunately I don't have fog wires, so I'm not going to know if the killer gets the jump on me until it is a little bit too late. I don't know who the killer is either, if it's a stealth based killer, if they have an undetectable ability, I am not sure. What I am sure is I hear fire. I hear fire or I hear water. And considering he has a totem, I'm guessing I hear fire. I don't hear this far. I think it might be upstairs here. It's either a leaky tap. I'm guessing it's a leaky tap then. It makes a very similar sound to the sound of fire. And knowing that he has ruin kind of made me feel that his totem was around here. That's okay, couldn't find it. We'll get straight back to work. Teammate has been hit by the killer. Now we have to pay attention to the HUD. Ally is breaking a totem, and he is breaking that totem quickly. So he either has a perk that's going to allow him to break totems fast, or it's a dull totem. We're about to actually find out. He gets hit by the killer. Do you think the killer would hit him to protect a dull totem? I think that tells me that the killer found the player that found her lit totem. And knowing that, if I had a perk like Empathy or Bond, I'd be able to know where the totem is as well at the moment. Doesn't really matter because it's Hex Ruin. Hex Ruin only becomes into effect when you let go of the gen. If the killer is busy playing around my ally, that means the killer's not playing around me. And if the killer's not playing around me, it allows me to proceed or continue to work on this generator uncontested by the enemy. Now I'm going to look at where he went down, and I'm going to go under the assumption that the totem is around the shack area, because he went down at the shack. I could be wrong. I also see, paying attention to the HUD, another ally has jumped on a totem to break the totem. Now if she has pain res, it will affect my teammate's gen. It would have been really close. Totem's downstairs, totem is broken, and we are versing a Ghostface. So, the good news is I didn't take Fogwise. Fogwise will tell me where he is when he is on the hook, like right now, through Kindred, but Fogwise won't tell me when he activates a special ability. During a special ability, he gets undetectable status effect. Now, the difference between undetectable and oblivious is oblivious removes your ability to hear the heartbeat. The heartbeat is still there. However, undetectable removes the heartbeat. So, because of that, I hear the gen upstairs to be worked on. Let's go work on this. Killer's got one hook thus far. Applying pressure towards my ally's gen after I complete my gen. Very good for the team. Oh, goodness me. Is it downstairs, this one? Alright, you don't normally see this gen downstairs. Hey, sweetie, I came, but I was a little bit slow here. Alright. We want to work on one of the generators in the street. We do need to keep in mind that he might have a 3-gen on the other end of the map. My ally healed while the killer's chasing him. That tells me they most likely used a syringe. Killer's probably going to be busy committing to a bad chase right now. This will lead to a 3-gen, but if we get 2 gens done in the street, it will be quite nice for us. The good news about doing what I'm doing now is, first of all, I said it will lead to a 3-gen. 3-gens aren't good for us, but this is going to make something called a killer dead zone. So a survivor dead zone is when you have no pallets, no windows, you have nothing to defend yourself. But what is a killer dead zone? A killer dead zone is an area where the killer comes in order to chase you, not to protect an objective. You see that gen there? That gen would have been better to work on. My teammate's on it now. It's about pulling the killer towards an area where they're going to suffer in terms of lack of protection and stability on the gen. If we're all looping around the center of the map, and the killer's looping around the center of the map with 3 survivors, 4 survivors, and the gen in the middle is the only one being worked on, that's going to put the game into a stalemate status, which is going to really benefit the killer. The longer a trial in Dead by Daylight goes, the more killer-sided it becomes, because after time, the killer breaks resources, removes pallets. I heard his heartbeat. There he is, right there. He's trying to stalk me from afar. He actually got quite a lot of that off. The bad news is I'm really close to being prepped, and he's probably going to get a prep hit down on my ally here. She ran straight into him. I feel like I might have been able to run over there and snap him out of it before he got that. And I can tell the killer has Thrilling Tremor because after she got off that generator is locked. So the killer knows exactly what gen I'm on right now. He's going to look around and see what gen doesn't have Thrilling Tremor. And he's got Grim Embrace with Thrilling Tremor. That's an interesting combo, and you want... Grim Embrace isn't bad, but it only lasts about 16 seconds, so it won't last long enough for it to warrant anything. And hypothetically, he comes over here, and he applies some kind of pressure to me. I'm going to instantly run for the shack, and I'm going to utilize the shack using Drama. High knees, allowing me to run at 250. See, the killer is currently busy with somebody else. Ally is downstairs. She used Deliverance to get off the hook, hence she is injured and cannot be healed. Another ally has gone down at the exact same generator, which is really inconvenient for business. Alright. Generator hasn't been regressed. I know I'm really close to being prepped. I don't think she should be here because he's going to 100% come straight back in. Now we got a really long loop here. That's Blast Mine on the generator. I don't want to accidentally block the doorway from my ally. Gonna kick the gen, and then we're gonna activate our ability straight away. We could see him still on Kindred, so we don't have to worry too much. Another ally working downstairs. He's a little bit further away, but I have access to high knees. I know the direction he went. He ain't gonna get past that fence without me seeing, so I don't have to turn my camera. I know my teammate is in struggle and on the hook. Right now, the person who should be doing what I'm doing now is the injured player. But at the same time, it is alright because we can take all the time in the world before we save him. I'm just going to go a little bit quiet here so I can actually see if the killer comes back for me. Got the other ally running in for the hook safe. She's been found by the killer. She has gone down to the killer. Let him kick the gen in order to save her life. Not emotionally attached to the generator. I know I'm very close to being prepped here. Really long wall. She should take the really, really long version of it. Alright, I need to wait a second because I know I'm prepped. I should go down for her. I do have access to adrenaline. If I see the killer, I will take the hit for her. She doesn't have iron will, so she's making a lot of noise. Right now it comes down to her movement, what she does. Alright, let me stand in an area where I'm guaranteed to sandbag. Yet again, standing in the air. There he is. Alright, paying attention through the fence was so crucial. Ally completed the gen. I have access to adrenaline. Hopefully I'm able to take a hit for one of these two. I do have a flashlight to make a play onto him. Oh, I was so close to being able to body block that. I didn't expect him to just go straight for the pickup. I was so close to being able to save her. Unfortunately, I missed it. This gentleman's injured, so he's going to have to run away from this door. The other door is all the way at the back right. Just go towards that. We have more than enough time. He already M1'd me, so he needs to stalk in order to get the instant down, and it's a 2.5 second lean. He doesn't have 2.5 seconds. I'm going to get too much distance between the two of us. Unfortunately, the killer does end up walking away with one kill then. I didn't expect my teammate to pop adrenaline and give me the extra free hit point. I should have hung around and went down. Because the killer hit me, they were able to just go for a follow-up down on me straight away, or even ignore me, because the killer could pass through me because they had already damaged me. Anyways, guys, that's going to be an educational, informative Dead by Daylight survivor game. If you enjoyed the educational, informative DBD killer and survivor content, make sure you hit the subscribe button. I do educational, informative DBD killer and survivor content over at Twitch if you guys want to tune into the live stream. Anyways, guys, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the fog in the next video. Have a good one. Cheers.